Acolyte's a bad show. Like, it's heartbreakingly bad. When it was first announced and the idea of it, I was so excited. It was such an interesting idea to me that we would get the reverse optics with the Sith instead of the Jedi and see the bad guys' point of view in the shadows type of thing. And then all they did was take a SWTOR expansion with the twins and make it a really bad interpretation on the TV show, and I've been thinking about it, and I think I know why that is, and it's because Disney a lot of times doesn't care about cohesion in their universe for Star Wars. You got guys like Dave Filoni who do, and then they show that caring for the cohesion of the universe that is there, and how you want that continuity to build on top of itself through his shows with Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch, and you just see the building blocks from the and that cohesive flow through all his stuff. And then you get to shows like Acolyte, and you just realize, like, they don't care about the cohesion of this leads to this, leads to this, leads to this. It's just, let's do stuff and just willy-nilly it. And I kind of knew the show was in trouble when I saw the videos of the one actor who was talking about how he was so excited to be part of the show, and started talking about, not once but twice, how Anakin Skywalker destroyed the Death Star, and my heart just kind of dropped, because these people don't care about Star Wars. I mean, they've got Harvey Weinstein's right-hand woman who, look, if you're trying to defend her, you need to do some soul searching, but the ideas that Disney are just throwing out there have been bad. Like, even their movie trilogy, 7, 8, and 9, you can tell there's no cohesive storytelling involved in Disney Star Wars, and that's the main thing that bothers me, I think, about all this, is when you have cohesive storytelling, it's actually been pretty good. Like, when you have a movie like Rogue One, and then you throw it back with the series Andor. Andor was great, and it was tied into with that Rogue One, which led into episode 4 pretty much immediately, and the cohesion of that was just so good. I use that word a lot with cohesion, and it's so hard to sit here and be like, watch Disney, I guess, and watch how, like, someone like Rian Johnson with episode 8, the only thing he wanted to do was not make Star Wars in Star Wars. He wanted to turn everything upside down instead of understanding the universe that he was handed. And that really, like, feel what you want to about episode 8, but that's a major problem with that movie, is the story breaks down from episode 7 to episode 8, and then episode 9 is just a red hot mess, because episode 8 basically turned the story and the cohesion of that entire plot, all the plot lines from 7, into a dumpster fire. They basically threw Finn out the window, and now you've got Acolyte, who has characters that shouldn't even exist in the show showing up, and people sitting there trying to do mental gymnastics and be like, well, it's a retcon, or it's this crazed, it wasn't canon or whatever. And it's like, people, there was an established lore, and it was put in there, and it's just a part of the story, and we're going back and just being like, we're going to retcon this whole thing, we're going to change this whole thing in the worst way possible, and have these characters show up, and it's just frustrating. And like I said, they literally just ripped off a SWTOR expansion story and are telling that, and people aren't stupid. Like, there's a reason the rating is as bad as it is from the fandom. And then when you know you have a problem when you have the heads of the movies and the TV shows and Star Wars itself with Kathleen Kennedy constantly bashing the fans. When you start bashing the fans, I mean, that's the people you should be writing the stories for, not trying to get all these new people into Star Wars. People are going to come into Star Wars because it's Star Wars, and the fans are there. Like, we spend the money. I mean, look at the movies. Even 7, 8, and 9, they're all billion-dollar movies. Even 9, believe it or not. But this garbage is just hard to stomach. It's hard to watch, and it's frustrating because they don't understand storytelling, and they don't understand how passionate some Star Wars fans can get, which, when the passion starts to show, it can be negative when things aren't good. And then we just start accusing people of being sexist or racist or homophobic or whatever trendy word is out there for the people that are upset about a story they really care about kind of being dragged through the mud by bad writing, bad storytelling, bad characters, just overall people in charge not giving a damn about the universe that they've been given, and it's just kind of frustrating to see. So I know this is a really long rant video, but it's kind of what I've been doing, because I'm not doing the lives anymore because frankly I'm just tired of people talking back and being stupid in those lives when I start giving an opinion on something, because their little feelings might get hurt or something, like they will here. But I mean, it is what it is. It's just Star Wars, but it's just frustrating to watch something that I really enjoyed since I was 7 years old just kind of, I guess, pass me by because I guess I'm not the target audience anymore. So it is what it is. Let me know what your thoughts are on Acolyte, and if you made it this far in the video, how Star Wars is being handled as a whole. So